Hey, what's up, everybody? This your boy JJ Cool. Um, Today I'm gonna start out with playing my trumpet because I'm a musician and I play trumpet. I done been in marching band. I done did a lot of stuff, concert band, everything. So what I want to talk to you today about is this trumpet here. And this go my trumpet right here. It's a brass instrument. This is what you call a brass instrument. Um, what I'm gonna go over you with today is airplay, how to adjust your armature, and also like learning the valves, like what note this is, what note that is, just that type of stuff. Um and I'm also going to play some for you so you can actually get the feel, get the gist of how everything is played on trumpet. And I'm gonna just go over everything with you. So here we go. First, I'm gonna go over you with airplay. And airplay is mainly about adjusting your lips to the mouthpiece. See this right here? See this? You wanna always keep the mouthpiece right here. And you wanna like tuck in. When you play, you wanna also tuck in your lip. Like this. See what I'm doing here? Tuck in your lip. It's almost like you're making a smile, really. And when you do that, you want to make sure when you look down at it, it's like this. You don't want to have the mouthpiece like this. See, nothing don't come out because it's not on the armature. The armature is like right here. Right in here. The armature. Every brass player should always know what an armature is. The armature is in between. The armature is the outside of your lips, not the inner part. It's mainly the outside of your lips. And when you have the mouthpiece directly in the middle, you want to make sure you always have it like this. You see that? That's what I also want to tell you. Whenever you're playing on the mouthpiece, you want to make sure you always push. You see how that sounded weak? I meant to do that because when you play, you want to put much force in there as possible. And I'm gonna tell you some key things to get better with airplay. When you get better with airplay, all you're doing is building your diaphragm. You gotta breathe hard, strong. You gotta breathe like a bear with gas. You gotta breathe. And the thing is about that, um, the best exercises to do with airplay is crunches, sit-ups, jog, anything that keep you in shape, physically in shape. Because to be a instrumentalist is just like being an athlete. Athletes always work out. Musicians always practice. So that's the consistency that you always want to keep whenever you're playing an instrument or doing anything physical. You want to make sure you always keep yourself strong in the areas that you need it the most. And even in some of the areas you don't need it the most, you want to always make sure that you're putting enough air in there. Because one thing about playing on this mouthpiece, you can't breathe and play like you're talking. See how I'm talking? If you do that, it'll sound like this. See, I didn't put in enough air. So you got to put in enough wind velocity to actually control your air stream, your air pipes, really. It's really your air pipes. See, we're playing trumpet. You have this little cup here, this thing, this the diameter, and you want to play inside the radius of it. You want to play inside the radius of it. So the thing is, the best ideas I can give you for playing on a mouthpiece is always practice on your mouthpiece the most, because once you practice on your mouthpiece, it will build you up to play even better on your trumpet here. To play even better on your trumpet. If you play on your mouthpiece, the key thing is this mouthpiece. The mouthpiece is what makes all those sounds. And all it does is just vibrates through the trumpet and make it a melodic sound. That's what you want to look for when you playing trumpet. See, you have soprano, you have your bass, your alto, your tenor. Trumpet is a soprano instrument. It is a very melodic instrument. It's very melodic. It's the smoothest. It can play smooth, rough, anything, dynamically, crescendos, anything. Um, the key to actually playing on this mouthpiece is just knowing your breathing control mainly. Just always practicing your breathing control, practicing your posture with your lips. That's key. And another thing I do, even though I'm a great trumpet player, the main thing I always do is when you get your mouthpiece, make sure you always go stand in front of a mirror. Cause when you stand in front of a mirror, you're training your lips. You're watching yourself actually train your lips to stay in that position long as possible and just perfect it. That's what you're looking for when you playing on mouthpiece. You perfecting your sound. You're perfecting your armature. You're making sure that your armature is always on point. It's just like, it's just like a athlete standing in the mirror. He's he's doing arm curls. He's doing arm curls. He's perfecting that muscle. He's taming that muscle. And that's the same concept that you do on this mouthpiece. You watching in the mirror and you perfecting how you want it to be on your lips. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. Everybody amateur is not the same. So all you doing is finding your comfortable spot and making it strong. That's all you're doing when it comes to playing on the brass instrument. Any brass instrument, but I'm talking about trumpet. So the thing is, you wanna always make sure you perfecting your sound. Practice your tone, practice your phrasing, practice your intonation, um, practice your style, because everybody has a different style. And when I mean by style, whatever genre of music you like listening to that makes you feel good inside and outside, that's what you practice on and stay consistent. Always stay consistent of what you're doing on the mouthpiece. The mouthpiece is your key. You can't play trumpet without the mouthpiece. The mouthpiece is what controls anything you do. So just always remember that. Okay? And also I want to go over something else with you. Um Whenever you're practicing, you can go in the bathroom if you have a mirror in your room, or you can just, you know, practice on your phone, like on the camera part. Go to your camera and just practice putting your mouthpiece at your armature. See, the thing to that is, whenever you're perfecting your sound on the mouthpiece, you're actually getting better on the trumpet at the same time, because the mouthpiece basically is your training. If you train more on the mouthpiece with either practicing your warm-ups, practicing scales, or practicing music, like actual music that you would play, you will get so much better on mouthpiece. And the better you get just on the mouthpiece, the better your sound will be on trumpet. The better your sound will be. So I'm gonna play something for you, And this will help you sound more better melodically. And what I mean by that, it'll help with phrasing. These are some warm-ups I did in high school and just some warm-ups I created myself. See, with playing trumpet, it's always good to create your own warm-ups. It makes the melody sound smoother, more accurate. You always want to sound accurate when you're on trumpet. Always sound accurate. Never let no one, not even yourself, your own self-conscious, tell you, oh, well, I'm going to sound less accurate today. No, you always want to sound accurate. No matter what no one tell you, you sound accurate. Because you sound accurate, then you're going to get more and more advanced, more and more advanced. And the key thing to playing on the mouthpiece and just playing on the trumpet in general, always practice. Practice every day. It's all about how bad do you want it, not nobody else. It's all about how bad do you want it. And once you keep that mindset and stay consistent, you'll be a great musician. But now I'm finna go over some key steps of warming up. That's the key thing when it comes to playing and perfecting your sound. You want to always make sure you warm up. You want to always make sure you warm up, cause if you warm up, your tone will sound better. Your tone, intonation, phrasing, style, everything will sound better. Precision. That's another thing. That's what TIPS stands for. This is the word. It's a definition called TIPS. It stands for tone, intonation, phrasing, precision, and style. That's TIPS in music. That's what it stands for. Tone, intonation, precision, phrasing, and style. That's what all that stands for. You can say either way, tone, intonation, phrasing, precision, or you can say tone, intonation, precision, phrasing, or style. It doesn't matter. It all means the same. So that's what you're perfecting in music. Those are the four. Those are the four that you are perfecting accurately in music. Always. So now I'm about to play a couple of warm-ups that I created that will help you with your sound. Okay.